VNR and Bolo VNR clips. That one I need crowd in, ladies and gentlemen. This one need massive amount of crowd. Did Daryl Voss lie to us? I'm just asking. What do you guys think? Did Daryl Voss lie to us? You know, about the gold, the black gold, you know, about the oil. Did he lie to us? What do you guys think? Is are the questions surrounding this situation? Is it just unfounded questions like there's no reason for us to not trust the Jamaica Labour Party. There's no reason for us to not trust Daryl Voss. You know, they have a history of telling us the truth. They have a history of not lying to us. They just have a history of just, you know. But before I get into that, ladies and gentlemen, it is incredible. It is incredible to me. The Auditor General is under attack by the Jamaica Labour Party. I am, and his cronies. I am surprised that I am still surprised at this government. I'm surprised that they could go to a new law that even I could not fathom. It's one thing to attack the Integrity Commission. You know, it's one thing to attack them, but an auditor, somebody that comes in and look at numbers, an auditor. How do you attack an auditor? Ladies and gentlemen, we're in trouble, you know. We are in trouble. If you guys don't see, I welcome everybody. Please remember to like and share. If you guys don't see how much trouble we are in, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I have no words to describe how clueless you possibly are. For you to not see that this government is operating as if excuse me. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I am concerned about the mind of the Jamaican people. The ones that don't care, you guys are selfish. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. The ones that don't care, the ones that are not following these stories, you know, and think that, oh, it's just another day in Jamaica and it's just another day in politics. You guys are clueless and selfish at the same time. All right? Because all you have to do is get a whiff, just a whiff of what is happening with the Integrity Commission report that came out the other day. That's all they need is a whiff of that. Once you have a whiff of that, ladies and gentlemen, and you listen to people that is breaking it down, professionals, you know, lawyers, stuff like that, investigators breaking down the Integrity Commission report, you have to ask yourself, how far does this rabbit hole go? And I believe that this attack on the Auditor General, ladies and gentlemen, it proves to me that some big people don't want them name call up. Some really powerful people don't want them name call up. They don't want their names to be uttered. You understand? When audits come out, they don't want their businesses to be uttered when audits come out. So, me I go to your general page, you know. Because I just watch him a while ago. I just watch him a while ago, and instead of me read the article, I gotta allow him to read the article. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I gotta allow the general to read the article. Man in the wilderness. Man say no tabloid in a year. One thing in general, so me still no, me no see it that way there. Something go on. The aisle, something go on. I don't think they're being totally honest with us about the aisle. That's just my opinion. And, you know, hey, it is what it is. It's just my opinion. But anyway, let's get into this, yes? Man in the wilderness. Beat it till I'm a bend. Them boy, they will not honor them. What happened? Hold on, them people. Give me a second. Ah, here we go. Here we go. All right. Go back a little bit. Yes. Ah, right there. That is it. All right. So let me just introduce this. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This article, I like the title at the top. A step towards tyranny. And that is exactly what this is. Right? Concerns raised about efforts to move the Auditor General from the Integrity Commission. The Auditor General is the epitome of accountability. If you can pass the Auditor General test, we don't have any issues. We know that the money is being used properly. Why would the government or members of the JLP and other people that you're going to hear in this article vote for the Auditor General to be removed? I, personally, all the names that are going to be called that wanted the Auditor General to be removed, I am writing them down. And in my naughty list, they are terrorists. My naughty list. That's me. They are terrorists against democracy in Jamaica. Anybody, I don't know which name call it. I'm saying it right now. Any person on that committee that voted for the Auditor General to be removed from the Integrity Commission, you are a terrorist against democracy in Jamaica. You are a terrorist. You are dangerous to this community of Jamaica. Dangerous. And you should be charged for treason. But let's continue. Let's go. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this.
Step towards tyranny. Concern raised about effort to remove Auditor General from Integrity Commission. Concern raised about it. Look at. So Pamela Manu, number one, big dirty queen, you know, you can't look like you, know, cause it coming like a bad witch, you know, dirty thinking queen, you know. Yeah, dirty nasty Charles, stay one a dirty thinking Charles Warmington, cutting back dirty thinking egg. That it don't get trouble. The little boy them not safe. Them not safe to the big dirty nasty mountain back piece of shit. Yes? It a part of this too, you know. Can I back Andrew on the police case? Remember it a part of evening type too, you know. Yes. It is dead too. Yeah? You can't have these people who destroy the country. Them should even turn the MP. Should never. A key technical support. Whereby Auditor General have sat and the Integrity Commission for more than 5 decades. Yeah. More than 5 decades. Man soon be brought to halt as the government government make the decision to remove
live on this
the current Auditor General Pamela Manuel Ellis as the commissioner of the anti-corruption body. So when the commissioner and you want to move on from it to the anti-corruption body, what is supposed to bother them? She exposed Holness and in corruption. So big dirty thing, I could just call out the name and name when I there. 2 opposition lawmakers signaled that they were opposed to the decision. The vote was taken during a meeting of the Joint Select Committee reviewing the Integrity Commission Act, ICA. Them should not, them criminal there should never, either community, it should have disbanded. Should I get banned? Because them too nasty can't beat the Prime Minister wife. Number 39, none of them. I'm big dirty, surely big dirty thinking queen is supposed to no committee. That corrupted. People are the wrong, so that's how the country I go so. One of you have people with integrity, not for this trial integrity commission. You can't believe this? The move by the parliamentary committee reviewing the Integrity Commission Act has caused shockwave among some civil society groups who have expressed concern about the controversial decision. But when you sit down like when I come back to you don't think civil society group, everything me a mash up in the morning now. Because you know, say Andrew step down. And before the call them and say step down, big dirty thinking Andrew Holness. When you sit down there, cock up like acrobat and see my distract fabric of all over country.
Yep.
Eh? You see that? But to the concern, you see, Andrew them a pirate. Long time him for move. You know, and each time you just come out and call out. You know, ship to. If you sit down and make Andrew Holness with that 21%, 79% of the vote never vote for Andrew Holness. He's not even a Prime Minister. The Peter Clapp is not even a Prime Minister. That's a no long fight that you go run it back. He have some minute, he have some member of parliament like the one that get the $2.1 billion to cook food around on the food can't cook. That's the one you do it. I want 1,800 and him in there. Drunk jacket around photo, I want 1,800 for them push him. Stop ballot box and push my photos and him in there say my minister. You understand? No walk out, you don't need to walk out, brother. Where you get the idea from? You expose them and keep it in, walk out, what that do? I better think, man. But we run about, yeah, man, we are bonfire now about walk out, man. You understand? Walk out. Yeah, you have no time for walk out. Have a face them. Run them and dodge the election. Walk out. Yeah, sir, man. Jamaica Accountability Meta Portal, JMP and JAMP said it was deeply concerned about the reason presented by the committee for proposed removal of Auditor General from the Integrity Commission. Here we're dirty thinking Queenie himself as a no. Janet Calder, Executive Director of JAMP, said these claims upper and supported by evidence of legal grounding. Look on the claim. At the same time, Daniel Archer, Principal Director of the National Integrity Action, warned that the move by the government lawmakers to have the Auditor General booted from the IC appears to be troubling step toward tyranny. Can you imagine?
I say if me love Daniel Archer one more time, she just tell it like it is. It is a troubling step towards tyranny. Jamaica, wanna wake up. Wanna wake up before it's too late. Wanna wake up, Black Barbie Wagwan. Patricia, big up yourself, my baby. Wake up. Mighty God. The man sued the government. The man sued the Integrity Commission. The man put him friend in the FID if he investigate him. And now the man want to remove the Auditor General. Jamaica, wake up.
Look how Jamaica big dirty and time. But at this dirty, I got the Queenie behind this, you know. And to tell them to go do it, you know. Like Queenie has money, Queenie, hey, Queenie, if you go away, you know. Queenie has shit, you know. Alright, look at. Archer argued that for more than 50 years, the Auditor General has been an ex-officer, member of the Commission established Parliamentary Integrity of Members Act 1973 by Michael Manley, ensuring oversight of statutory declaration of members of Parliament and safeguard accountability. Safeguard from 1973, when your man said the Integrity Commission that are coming, Michael Manley. Yeah, because they want the thing for clean. Manly because they want the thing for clean. Yeah? Alright. So by now, the Auditor General cannot audit herself. This is how a big dirty thinking Queen is saying, making the claim that she cannot perform her core function is a lazy and disingenuous justification for her removal. Dirty thinking Queenie said the Auditor General can't audit herself. That makes sense? This reckless decision undermines the institutional integrity and signal a dangerous regard for democratic principle. She charged. Conduct said the argument that a size of commission, budget necessities, oversight by the Auditor General ignore precedent, noting that other public bodies with even larger budget are lawfully audited by private firms. There you have a big got to thinking Queenie say likewise, the claim Parliament is disadvantaged by the lack of performance audit done by the private firm. Fail to acknowledge that the private firm are also to conduct those audits. And
let me address this person, Richard Green. People, I want to know if you see, I'm going to screenshot it. Yeah, man, I'm going to screenshot it. This is a disgrace. This is a disgrace. This man or this individual that does type this is an absolute disgrace. This is a terrorist to democracy. Listen to this. You guys are fighting a losing battle. The JLP is doing a wonderful job. None in the PMP is qualified to run to be Prime Minister. The country is doing well. Lonesome, this is where you're hiding now. The policeman have your week. Want to hear that? Yeah, man. The JLP is doing a wonderful job destroying the country. A wonderful job, according to that person. And they had to subscribe to my channel to say that, and I put it on a 10-minute or 20-minute subscription, So then wait 20 minutes to get blocked, George Yelling, how you doing? Block from the channel forever and can't type. If you say such mad, I won't tolerate it. I will not tolerate it. This person is a terrorist. We just said that a while ago. It is quite the opposite. Right? The JLP is doing a terrible job, and none of them is qualified to run for the next election. Not even one of them. The Prime Minister don't qualified. Chris Tufton not qualified. Horace Chang not qualified. Right? Delroy Chuck not qualified. None of them is qualified. You know why? Because all of them stood by this Prime Minister in all of his skullduggery. And none of them said, you know what? You're destroying the party and you're destroying Jamaica's reputation. And you need to go sit down and get your statutory declaration sorted out. And then you can come back. If you are clear and clean. But as it stands right now, where democracy is concerned and where good governance is concerned, you have no authority to continue to run. That is what. Any one of them had stood up and said that, they would have been a national hero. But all of them stood by him in his skullduggery. Yes, things are going to get worse before it gets better. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait for God's intervention. I know it's gonna be really crazy when God intervenes in this country with all of the stuff that is going on, but I truly cannot wait. Celine, how you doing? Big up yourself from East Portland. RJ, big up. Judith, big up yourself. I cannot wait until God intervenes in this country, because we have some people that are lighting candles around tables and doing rituals. You understand? Those are the type of things they are involved with, and legalizing obia. And a shake and a ray and a go on. For hold on Jamaica. But under God, Jamaica is going to increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity. Under God, not under the devil. But let's continue.
that the finance minister has authority to include some requirement in contract with non-government auditors. Conduct contended. She also pointed out that the concern about the potential conflict were anticipated and addressed in the drafting of the IDA, which allows for the engagement of independent private audit firm, therefore insulting the Auditor General from such a scenario. Such policy decision must be grounded in fact and rule of law. And in the absence of such, the job is deeply concerned that the committee decide to accept such a recommendation. It begs the question, Julian Robinson, members of the committee made it clear that the Auditor General should remain a member of the IC. Here, who are for this now, people? Here, the big dirty thinking one we are for this. My understanding is where audit are done of integrity commission, they are done not by the Auditor General Department, but by an independent accounting firm, which removed that issue of conflict of interest, he said. So it's an independent accounting firm them use. So what Queen here come up with, look at now. In his remarks, Dr. Maurice Sky, an opposition MP, said he did not have a difficulty with the Auditor General being a member of the IC. Controversial. Uncle controversial, leave the people them never talk about a piece of shit. You're nasty piece of shit, yo. Cardboard controversial. Yeah? Government bencher. Queen not thinking E in a recommendation to the Joint Select Committee indicated that he want the Auditor General exist from the rank of commission at the IE. Exercise. So him want move the big dirty thinking Queenie Andrew Holness send him. What him not supposed to depend no committee, this piece of shit. Him dirty life, not listen. That's why Jamaica gone, you know. We see why Jamaica gone now. Completely.
Yep.
Because when you have big dirty piece of shit like this, what is the role of auditing and auditor in corrupt country? Yeah, alright. That's not it. You don't hear so. Each charge that our membership and the IC is a breach of the Constitution of Jamaica. Not go so. Can you know law? If you don't know law, respect law, believe the little youth, they make them go so.
I mean, digit,
garbage, yo. Yes. Section 120 and 121 and 122, the Constitution make it clear
Simone, good.
her responsibility, and she can't be a part of any
like I sure believe, yeah?
Send effect. This is a breach of the Constitution. He declare. Not go say, you know. Big dirty thinking Queenie, him don't understand law. Him big and stink, and him fuck off. And the world, him to get charged with treason too.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Bernard, big up.
To the fire and the water, the thing them went doing in the 70s and 1980. Him a part of the system. Him is a piece of shit. However, Queenie argued about a breach of Constitution not supported by the Solicitor General, who provided legal guidance to the committee. The Solicitor General tell him say not supported. Look at next big nasty one way in this stuff. Government MP attorney at law, 2 of them. The one from down somewhere. She met the man blind and have to give him dog and everything. This nastiness. Said she support the recommendation for the Auditor General to be removed. So for them think it from top, all the agency will for hold them to account these nastiness. These nastiness I try to destroy everything will for hold them to account. Eh? When the election, instead of them think about election, you know, them get up and try to destroy because them know so we're gonna lose, you know. Yeah. So we are destroy this.
Let them
go through something, make a try. We can't afford for them to destroy this. Yes? Up to the length and breadth, these people can't run a country. She said the audit that are currently done are not similar to those done by the Auditor General. Hear this now? With the IC being allocated some 2 billion each fiscal year, they'll write chuck. This is next Chinese. Hey, they are this side of the country, you know. The position where them get at this try Jamaican. Hey, I'm a Chinese in the country. Una Jamaican, you know, see what them are going with. You know, see the one that them put him a PI with him FID. You know, say I pay Chinese they let in our country. Eh? Betray and mash up a country they live good. Eh? Government lawmaker and Minister of Justice said the anti-corruption body require the full force of Auditor General Department investigating commission. He said it must be clear how the funds provided to the IC are being used. So I'm attack all the IC to the funds on the IC. So everything what them do they attack. She Golden Data, you know, Shereen Golden Campbell also expect similar sentiment for those of Hamilton for the removal of Auditor General. The whole labor right.
If you thought that the Golden Bruce Golden daughter had any integrity, well, there is your answer. She also supports the removal of the Auditor General. She is compromised. She is corrupt as far as I'm concerned. She's on my naughty list. I told you, there is nobody in the JLP that I trust. None of them. Not even one person I trust. They cannot give me a cogent argument, a clear argument. An argument that makes sense where accountability is concerned. Why they want to remove the Auditor General. There's no reason. None. More than them try to cover up something. Some skullduggery, which she will obviously uncover because she's good at what she does. And she's not on anybody's side. She's just an auditor. She deals with numbers, receipts. If you spend this money, where's the receipt? Period. Alright? So Sharon Golden Campbell, expose.
Nobody. We should know better than this. I tried this, try the Auditor General. Remove it from the IC. Yeah? She argued that we're the Auditor General to be reviewer, the examiner, and check the balance, check and balance of that body as well. We may very well not seen some of the things in the public domain that have caused many concern in the past. You hear this? So them want to destroy the IC and them want to destroy the Auditor General. Them put big dirty thing guy called Lizard in a FID when I've done. He might have moved to. And to finish the election. Because they will all be mama for go to prison too, you know. Big dirty thinking mama square face George Davis.
So them concerned about the information getting out in the public. They're not concerned about the information. You want to see that, right? You understand? And that's what she's ultimately saying. She's concerned about the information getting out to the public. She don't business about the actual information. She not business about say trillions of dollars is unaccounted for. She not business about that. To be removed. I wasn't gonna go to the article myself, you know, but I am going right now. I'm going right now. Because this is out of hand. I hope that the Gleaner does not give me any trouble, because the Gleaner is a funny newspaper, you know. Very funny newspaper. 1 minute they can read it and the next minute them just, you know, them are going with themselves. I want to big up Julian Robinson though. Trust me. Julian Robinson always stand for integrity. Yeah, here you go. Sharon Golden also expressed similar sentiments to those of Hamilton for the removal of the Auditor General. The reason I believe that third party is used currently for audits is because the Auditor General is part of the commission, Hamilton said. You hear that? That's them argument, you know. That's their argument. Alright? She said, she argued that where the Auditor General to be the reviewer, the examiner, the check and the balance of that body as well, we may very well not be seeing some of these things in the public domain that have caused many of us concerns in the past. So she's saying that if the Auditor General was the check and balance of the body, as in if the Auditor General was to audit or check the Integrity Commission, the stuff that the Integrity Commission put out would not have come out. So you see, the ultimate thing is that them don't want it to come out. They want to do skullduggery and not be held accountable. That's why I'm going to go read it back myself, you know. Forget the full context, you know. To make sure, say, she up on my naughty list. Sharon Golden You have been found guilty of treason. Let's continue. All of them forgot prison, my boss.
However, Calder said the characterization of Auditor General currently serving as a reviewer, examiner, and check and balance of the Integrity Commission means the actual statutory framework and the Auditor General role within it. So them come and them go with a one bag of piece of shit. These nastiness. I'm going to help them to destroy the agency overall and kind of one of them are pot chat, them are thieves, them are criminal. Yes? People can't stand up to this.
Because I'm favored by God.
This
like,
government.
When I see people's wives and stuff,
Marigold Production, subscribe to the channel.
I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have.
Well, new subs. Big up Marigold Productions. You know what I mean? Patricia, I see it up on the two side. Georgia Lynch, big up. Why are they wanting... What? Why are they wanting that to happen? Man, listen. That's straight corruption. Thieving. Yeah, Andrew Holness should be impeached long time and sent to prison. Yeah. If they want the Auditor General to be removed, they should remove most of all of the ministers they have in the cabinet. See, you know, Miss Daniel Archer said it best. We the people wants people that we view as criminals to do the honorable thing. Jamaica, we have to wake up. And we have to action time now. We the people have to take action. Legal action against this government. You see how Andrew Holness sue the government? I believe the entire Jamaica should have a class action lawsuit against this government. For treason against the people of Jamaica. Yes. Yes. And we should all come out and protest. I have no confidence in this government. The people that actually don't have any confidence. The people that must still believe that everything is hunky-dory, only can't stay on the yard. Because one day, you're going to realize that you're going to lose everything. And then it's going to too late. By the time the game where they play behind the scenes, and the people that make poor move, actually come out of the shadows and start making us say me run things, it's going to be too late. By that time, you will own nothing. You will be a slave again. They're carrying us right back into slavery. You remember good. And that is my belief based on what I'm seeing happening. That's what I see coming in the future, very near future, if we continue with this government. It's bigger than just them stealing resources. It's way bigger than that. Way bigger than that. Alright? And some people are going to say conspiracy. Listen, did you guys live through the pandemic? What bigger conspiracy you need? That was the biggest conspiracy that was played on us in real time. I asked the question again, and this is not my question. This is the doctor that came on to Andre Stevens' show the other day that dropped bombshells. The man said, where is the new norm? Where is the 6 feet apart from each other? Huh? Where is the mask wearing? Where is the people that are terrified of having sexual relations with them partner? Because them have a social distance. We're only there. Where's the people where they have a social distance from their mother because their mother old and they never want feel like say they do anything to harm them parents. So they isolate. When somebody is sick, isolation is the last thing that they need. The mental strain alone destroys them and tear down them with stress. That just common blurt nonsense. When you still not wake up yet, when you still not see the agenda yet. When you still believe all of them nonsense they were not telling you.
That's Jamaica. The man them destroy the country. And now Andrew Holness, I go like him on trick on him. Let me tell Andrew Holness this. Andrew Holness, do one of them things you're gonna feel. And as they call the election, I sweep them, I sweep over here.
Sweep!
Remember me tell you this. You could have paid the come out, because we know say, no care kind of money on spend.
Simon, whatever is God's will, I say you going up.
Maybe they get over
Left it up to God, and there's some
I
thing
think
there.
40,000 votes. And we have to go in not to have 300 and give them a little thing. Then the rest of the people, you can't give 40,000. You still get voted out. It's a fair effort. So when Mama call, when you bring back, you give them 50 black tank. Remember, she give each of them, you have a vote at the top. 150 black tank, go back to the councils when I get no. Why does I vote for now all the time? On this step. Yes. So you put even a among you. Because me couldn't get up and vote for that. Well, I'm going to vote for him. That could never happen under the sun. Could never. You couldn't this one. Oh no. When I love Jamaica, when I love power. But destroy 153 old people and destroy 889 people, then number one, you couldn't get my vote. That's impossible. Leave that to people who don't know history and know on the slide. And then people just look at Eddie, thinking dead man Mackenzie, and then say that I don't know, it make him a better man. No MP is supposed to put the man for you. That to show you when you run down this for morning. One done. Yeah? That was not politics around, that was a gang. That was the biggest gang around in the place. Them is nastiness. Yeah. Sulfur. So that's someone else say, yeah, you know. Now man, I surf with about that, you know. Yeah, man. Supposed to alright, you know, them know say them run sulfur always, you know. We turn up the spotlight on them wicked, you know, when I run for them, you know. Sulfur really soldier. So them not sulfur about people are see a real soldier, you know. We real soldier that man, so but for make sure him good. Now run for them. Yes. But these people, them overstep them dirty thinking about now. You forget about
Big up sulfur.
Can say no. This is how them leave. Them committee there. Them for this part, them have abandoned.
Yeah, so we'll go watch the rest of that. Zane and support the general, of course. You know what I mean? Yeah, man in the wilderness. You know, the eagle everywhere, you know. You know, I think when I record or something about all this well, simple thing for me just crap it when I done the live and post it. Zane, but don't make me know what you thinking in the comment section about that situation there with the Auditor General. Zane. So they might try to remove the Auditor General and we have an invisible ombudsman. People don't say a base skullduggery the government. Yo, John won't start. Yo, you have to know, yeah, man. You have to can read between the lines and see what it is, brother. Anyway, boy, ladies and gentlemen, you see this we're going to talk about right now. One of us need to share up your life and tell everybody to forward. No joke about that. Because last night, when I watched Andre Stevens' show, I'm hear the last part when Ed Boy say what him say. It lit a spark in me to just do some quick Google searches. And one Google search, find a next Google search where make me ask more question. And make me ask some more question. And then me uncover some more things until me say, in myself say, oh, this appears to be this. But I now going to tell you what I think, you know. What I am going to do is present the evidence. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, make we start right here, so. Because I say it's starting now. We're just going to play that small clip with you. Andre explain certain things about his research about potential oil in Jamaica. I want to listen to this.
Pull it up. Make it bigger for me, producer. We're sitting, Courtney, on the south of the land. And underneath the south of the land, from Moran Point.
I want to know, so I have to give honorable mention to Talk Your Mind TV. Talk Your Mind TV don't tell you no what go on already, you know. If you don't watch the video them, We Talk Your Mind TV talk about this same thing Andrea talk about right now. When you realize that Talk Your Mind TV don't talk about this already. I'm going to pat myself on the back to, because I raised many questions about this same thing because it just never make no sense. I did 3 or 4 videos months ago about this oil thing. Even when Daryl Varzana said there is no oil, me say, really? Really, Daryl? And then when the company came out and said that, I made a statement that officially, no, them not drilling any oil. Me say, really? You really expect me to believe that? I'm left right there, so. But I was raising many questions about this oil situation. But let's continue.
To Negril Point, there are 2 basins. The Walton Basin and the Morant Basin. And what is happening? That these basins potentially has approximately 7 billion. Connect the dots now. You see how Cow Bay became relevant to some people? Connect the dots, Jamaica. You see why you heard when the reporter said indigenous supply? Indigenous supply. You saw why the government tried to go in to take out lumber. You remember the lumber argument? You remember, again, Jamaica, when the Prime Minister said there is no sovereign state apart from the government of Jamaica. I'm going to show you something more. They spoke, Courtney, in the thing about the shores, what is under the sea. But this is the part that we have not shown you. Look there. Look there, Jamaica. There is the Walton Morant license and the Morant Basin area. You see that, Courtney? So you have the Walton Basin area, I have the Morant Basin area. But let us not look under this thing, Courtney. Come here, Courtney. Come here, Jamaica. Look here, Courtney. What is that on the land? What is that on the land? Gas feed. Gas feed. Look at the green. Look at the green, Courtney. And where is that green gas feed? They are compound. They are compound. What can go so? But Courtney, you realize that it says gas seed. There's 2 red areas that says gas seed. But there is a green area that says oil seed. Wait, Courtney, Jamaica, are you learning with me tonight? Are you understanding the dynamics of what is at work? Jamaica, this is what was never reported in the broadcast. They spoke to the country of what is in the sea. They never spoke to the country of what is on the land. Listen to the next part of the interview. And then I'm going to come Jamaica and I'm going to make it make full sense now.
Larkin emphasized this point, saying that UOG's project represents a low-carbon development opportunity, one that ticks a lot of ESG boxes for the super majors. The Walton Moray block is what the industry calls a conventional play, meaning it doesn't require high-risk methods like fracking or ultra-deepwater rigs. Instead, it relies on proven geological formations, updated with today's advanced 3D seismic imaging and environmental data. This gives Jamaica a unique advantage. It can attract both traditional energy giants and newer, ESG-focused investment groups. That makes it one of the rare places where profitability and sustainability may actually align in the fossil fuel industry. Time, however, is not on Jamaica's side. United Oil and Gas received a 2-year license extension from the Jamaican government in 2024, giving them until January 2028 to start drilling. That may sound like plenty of time, but in the world of offshore oil, it's a tight window. UOG is now urgently working to secure about $50 million to drill its first well. According to Larkin, this is a relatively modest investment for what he calls the size of the prize. And the company isn't wasting time. They've already applied to Jamaica's environmental agency, NAYPA, for permission to conduct piston core sampling, the final step before drilling. Behind the scenes, UOG is negotiating with what Larkin describes as household name companies, oil majors, and regional players who are reviewing data and considering joint ventures. UOG currently owns 100% of the license, but is open to a farm-out deal where they'd share equity in exchange for capital and drilling support.
Well, if you have a thirst for your need to quench, get a bottle for yourself.
With technical partners in place and permitting underway, UOG says it's ready to move fast. We're a small team, a small board, Larkin said. There isn't an on-risk decision-making process. Things can happen in a really quick, short period of time. If a deal is struck and piston core results come back positive, Jamaica could be just months away from drilling its very first commercial offshore oil well. The countdown has begun, but with great opportunity comes great risk. Oil has made some countries wealthy beyond imagination, but it has also torn others apart. Guyana, for instance, has experienced both economic growth and rising political tensions since its oil discovery. Nigeria, Venezuela, and Angola offer more cautionary tales of mismanagement, corruption, and environmental damage. Jamaica must tread carefully. If oil is found in commercial quantities, the government will need a strong legal and regulatory framework to manage revenues, protect the environment, and ensure that wealth is shared fairly among its people.
More was zoning upon that part there. Mark Golding is a lawyer, isn't he? And a damn good one. The People's National Party has been 17-0 with the JLP in court. Them actually care about poor people, unlike the Jamaica Labour Party. It look like Mark Golding and the PMP are the right people for the job, no? Them have all of the qualifications. Integrity, one of them. They are not marred with corruption. Can you imagine if this nasty government that is presently in play right now get to be in government while this happens? While they discover oil in Jamaica? Hell on earth, ladies and gentlemen. Hell on earth of Jamaica, yeah? You cannot allow that to happen. Make sure you go vote. Make sure you go vote. Let me play that back.
Oil has made some countries wealthy beyond imagination, but it has also torn others apart. Guyana, for instance, has experienced both economic growth and rising political tensions since its oil discovery. Nigeria, Venezuela, and Angola offer more cautionary tales of mismanagement, corruption, and environmental damage. Jamaica must tread carefully. If oil is found in commercial quantities, the government will need a strong legal and regulatory framework to manage revenues, protect the environment, and ensure that wealth is shared fairly among its people. This is not just an energy project, it's a national transformation. There's also the question of climate change. Jamaica is a small island developing state that is already vulnerable to rising sea levels, hurricanes, and coral bleaching. Critics will argue that investing in fossil fuels goes against global climate goals. Supporters will say the revenue could be used to fund clean energy, education, and climate resilience. For Jamaicans, this may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Done right, oil could create jobs, fund hospitals and schools, and reduce debt. Done wrong, it could create a new elite and leave ordinary citizens behind. The stakes are enormous, not just for United Oil and Gas, but for every Jamaican. The decisions made today will echo for generations. Will Jamaica seize its moment? Brian Larkin's message is clear. The time is now. Jamaica has the geology, the data, and the interest from serious players. What it needs next is action. Partnerships must be formed, samples must be analyzed, and if the signs are right, drilling must begin before 2028. This moment feels eerily similar to Guyana in 2015. Back then, few believed oil would change that country's future. Today, Guyana is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Could Jamaica be next? The oil is there. The science is ready. The only question left is,
what the person just say a while ago? The oil is there. The science is ready. No, me ever play that back. Did she just confess that the oil is there? Wait. Let's go back. Wait a minute.
That country's future. Today, Guyana is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Could Jamaica be next? The oil is there. The science is ready. The only question...
We need help, Jesus!
would change that country's future. Today, Guyana is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Could Jamaica be next? The oil is there.
What did you say, bro? Come on now, dog. Come on, man. What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Emotional damage.
Back then, few believed oil would change that country's future. Today, Guyana is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Could Jamaica be next? The oil is there. The science is ready. Economies in the world. Could Jamaica be next? The oil is there. The science is ready. Economies in the world. Could Jamaica be next? The oil is there. The science is ready.
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
Something all right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
In the world. Could Jamaica be next? The oil is there. The science is ready. The only question left is, will Jamaica strike it rich? Or will this opportunity slip away like the ones before it?
Jamaica. Producer, show them back to me. Jamaica. Now you understand why some politicians are saying all they need is 5 more years. Because after 5 more years, their families will be set for life. Is it making sense now? Jamaica, can the Maroons confirm if there's oil seeps in the cockpit country? Is this why the government is so strong towards them? Is this why Holness is so toxic towards Chief Curry? Is this why Holness all this time so antagonistic to Chief Richard Curry?
Ryan, what up, man?
Jamaica, what does 7 billion barrels of oil look like in US dollars? I think I can check it today.
Check it.
Average cost for a barrel
Right now.
of oil
Right now.
is $68 US, 78 cents. No, stop quickly. $68, 78 cents. Let us say now 7 billion. 7 billion times 68.78 US dollars. That is what Holness wants to get. That would equate to 481
Trillion.
billion US dollars.
Oh, US bauxite.
Yeah, you want to Jamaica?
Whoa.
You hear what I'm saying to you all tonight? And take into context, Courtney, that when they say them drill and find the 7 billion, remember that oil flows.
Yes.
So it will still be flowing. So that would have been Jamaica, the surface of the 7 billion. So that could have been doubled to 14 billion. That can double too much.
28 billion.
21 billion. That can double because we don't know the quantity
Yes.
of the oil that is underneath.
Yes.
Nor do you know the quantity that is on the land.
Yes.
Do you know the quantity, Courtney? So based on United Gas satellite imaging, a satellite pick up this in a Courtney. You remember people have been wondering from time to time how much satellite they must see at night time round the island. Who remember the oil, the satellite? And people have said, teacher, what is this satellite I see? For almost 6 years, these satellites have been over Jamaica, aggressively locating, aggressively Jamaica. You remember Courtney what day? I'm going to say something to you, and I'm going to say backside. And I never said to you fully because I never want to raise too much alarm yet. You remember I said to you, the fish in Hanover, how the school of fish come up to the shore. You remember the school of fish came to shore alive and people were wondering, how so much fish came to shore alive? Jamaica.
They might do something out there, man.
All of that came because you see in that belt. Producer, put up the belt again. Put up the belt again for me. See there. Put up the map again.
Bigger.
No, not that one. Put up the map and then it will zoom in. Bring it up for me. Bring it up the producer for me.
Yeah, man.
And let me teach them. Look at that area. The Walton Basin area. Look at that area, Courtney. Courtney, go look again.
Crazy amount of oil prospects did they say, you know?
No,
Right, that's so. Right, that's so.
Look at how many little potential wells
Yeah.
under the seashore.
Yeah.
See one well there, you know. See one there, you know, Courtney. Look right there.
See there?
Look at right there. Where you see the purple square.
Yes. Right, that's so. Right, that's so.
Now, Courtney, let us look at the Morant Basin. Come there, that's
Right, that's so.
Come there, yeah, look at
Right, that's so. Morant Basin.
And look there. You never saw what, you never hear what them said in the report. You heard what they said in the report? It is easier to drill in the Jamaican shores.
Sky shallow.
It is easier to drill
Yep.
in the Jamaican shores because the shoreline, the water level Jamaica is easier than that of what is happening that reaches the shallow water. Jamaica's shorelines are shallow. Jamaica, do you want me to go further tonight? I am going to...
No, me not go play all of this. I have to go watch the rest of that on myself. There's 2 other parts of it where somebody did call in more of a share. I mean, then me I go share. Then me I go... After me share him, me I go move on to head boy part specifically. You understand? Me go find him. The person we're calling. Just give me a second, my people. One man calling. Man. I just me never get the timestamp. I want to find him this. Big up. Let me see. 1 second. I think that you have first you the call. Ah, see it yeah? Yeah, right there, so. That brother, yeah. Ah, see it now?
Hello, Andre Stevens.
Yes, my father.
I was a part of the eye research from Walton Bank and Moran. This time,
Emotional damage. What did you say, bro? Come on now, dog. Come on, man. What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So, ladies and gentlemen, this man claims that he was a part of the search in the Walton Basin area. Let us listen that again. That deserve another listen.
research from Walton Bank.
Yes, my to teach soon. Hello, final call for the night.
Hello, Andre Stevens.
Yes, my father.
I was a part of the eye research from Walton Bank and Moran. This I filed from about 2009.
Repeat that.
2009.
You were wait, calm. You said you were a part of a research.
Yeah. At the Walton Bank and the Moran deal. It falls from about 2008 to 2009. But now, look like after that now we find the aisle. As they said, they start to use the satellite after.
Yeah.
So the satellite now would have bring out a more visible scene on the whole terrain between the land and the sea. But the aisle find for about 2009, 2008, 2009.
What? You were a part of the research. So why wasn't it advanced from there?
Well, me couldn't tell you that because me just a local person on the whole research, but I think 19 nations is upon the ship.
19
19 other nations, yes.
So from them, a long time to find it.
Yeah.
Help, help.
We need a divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need it. And Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 4. God is our refuge and strength in the labor.
In a 2009, if what this man is saying is true, that he was a part of this, Bruce Golding, the Prime Minister 2009, a labor right, you know? Now, when Bruce Golding was in power, did the PMP know anything about this? This alleged excursion of many nations in boats going around the sea, searching for evidence of oil and gas and finding it? These are just questions based off what this person is saying. I think they're questions that are to be asked. Will we get an answer? I don't know. I really don't know if we're going to get an answer. But I think we deserve answers. 2009. Why is this not the biggest news since 2009, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to big up Lorraine and big up yourself in Lorraine. I'm saying that place. Novelet, big up yourself, Miss Scott. Ryan Campbell, big up. Right? Why we haven't heard about it if that's true? So this kind of shocked me. And my whole reason for this live stream is not to declare that oil is in Jamaica, but to look at the evidence and the arguments. I asked myself, how did they come up with the 7 billion barrels of oil? How did they come up with that estimate? You have to have some type of some type of research, something tangible to come up with a prospect of 7 billion barrels of oil? I always ask that question. I am not an expert. I don't know how, I don't know how it is actually done in terms of discovery of oil. I don't know. I'm being honest, ladies and gentlemen. But my spider senses are tingling. And my lack of trust of this government is making it a full-blown wave, a tsunami of questions in my mind. Some of them I cannot even utter out of my mouth. I have to just keep them to myself. You understand? Brian Reed, big up. Right? I remember to like the video and like up the video, guys. Share up the video. I don't know. Moderators, where are we with the likes? Where are we with the likes, ladies and gentlemen? Can somebody give me a like compared to how many people watching comparison? Because I'm not even looking at that. I'm very much focused on the information. Right? So I want you guys, and listen some more to the bridge. Listen to this.
But because me is an outspoken person, as they are talking about now, then ditch me because when we represent the fisherman and we start speak out on the development of the fisherman and all of these things. Then ditch me because, I told you to represent a cooperative. And we want all the fishermen.
No. This is disrespectful. No, that is disrespectful. People, 275 people watching and only 38 likes. No. That is disrespectful. I feel away. Me not tell no lie. I feel away. 275 people watching and 38 likes? No, man, we have to do better than that. We need at least 200 likes. If me have 70 plus people where I hate, yeah, that, all right, that's a 1/3. But 200 and odd people I watch. Welcome to the platform, by the way. Could you guys just please hit the like button? It's free, It takes 1 second. It takes 1 second, guys. No, sir. Thank you to the people that hit the like button here, man. Mighty God.
To get benefit and development. Same like what I said, Burkina Faso. Would I use a cooperative and build the tomato factories? We there try to use the cooperative now to develop the fishing industry because we find that the inshore area, the fishing kind of dwindle. So we want bigger boats and all that. Venture out far, we could rest the environment of the inshore area. But because me that outspoken fisherman, I mean never a sellout, they all group up against me and said me is a troublemaker. And show me out of the system. So that them doing it.
So that is why we're finding so much shark attacks in St. Thomas now. The oil probably disrupting the natural life, the natural sea life.
Yeah, that can probably because all them do the oil thing is like a blast, and the blast go and hit the sea bottom. So it disturbs the whole fishing environment.
And Bruce Golding was the Prime Minister at the time when they turned on the thing, my father. Bruce Golding was the Prime, turn on the thing, my friend. Let us finish the call.
Yeah, man, Bruce Golding was the Prime Minister.
Bruce Golding was the Prime Minister at the time when the oil was found.
Yeah, I believe so.
He was. I researched that last night, though.
Alright.
So, you call me back, we can have some more discussion on it because, as I said, the representative, we can't afford.
I'm going to call you back.
So people, wanna see this a part one, Wanna see the evidence, right? Wanna see the evidence and the argument that was presented. Enough of it for you to. And I hear that we are up at 103 likes. Rowan, thank you for keep me posted. And moderators, please encourage people to hit the like button here and keep greeting the new ones that come in. When you see new people come in the chat, the moderators, I really would love for you guys to greet them if you are available to, and say hello and welcome to the platform and stuff like that. You know, keep it warm and cordial in the comment section with the guests that come in. All right, especially when they come and they have a good spirit. You get me? Yeah, man. So keep it warm and nice. But you guys see the evidence there. This is over 30 minutes, so I'm going to make a part 2 of this. And for those that watch this reaction from the beginning to the end, just know that this is part 1. In part 2 now, I am going to go into what the brother, oh my goodness, head boy said. And I looked into what he said, and I came up with some serious research material that I am going to share with you guys. So don't go anywhere. All right, we're going to go to the next one. Zine, that is it. Like and share up your live, ladies and gentlemen. Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend for forward, because over here say it there now. No joke about it. Over here say it there. Before I go to part 2, I just want to put in this quick story here, ladies and gentlemen, because you see, we're having a serious problem in Jamaica. A very, very serious problem. And if you thought that when I spoke about, yes, so I want to touch on this real quickly. Lascelles Perkins, big up yourself. We're having a very, very, Patrick Wagwan, General, we're having a very serious problem in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not even funny. It is quite serious. Remember the concerns that the JFJ put out in terms of the unalivings that was happening of the Jamaican citizens. Well, again, if you think that we were gaslighting, if you think that we were misinformed in our concerns, where the police is concerned and unaliving people. You guys remember when I said the way how the police is operating and the government is backing them. They say they are working off intelligence, right? They are working off intelligence. And I'm saying your intelligence can be flawed. You understand? And the concern is, yes, you label this person or you get information that this person is a criminal. It doesn't give the police license to go and unalive them. And there is more concerns about them unaliving them and just removing the body at the same time. All of it is unconstitutional in my purview of what I understand, and illegal. It's got they call extrajudicial killings, and then there's people in the society that actually is championing this. They don't know the people that the police them is going for. Yes, them a criminal, unalive them. I hope that this video that I'm about to play make you double, triple consider your position. Let's listen to this.
When Wanted Wednesday goes wrong, in a shocking case of mistaken identity, a man found himself at the center of an investigation after the police wrongfully listed him as wanted for murder. Raquel Porter reports.
So like you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you was sitting right here on this couch? Trying to, but I seen it before. Get the hell out of the studio.
When Wanted Wednesday goes wrong, in a shocking case of mistaken identity, a man found himself at the center of an investigation after the police wrongfully listed him as wanted for murder. Raquel Porter reports.
From a man, I never commit a crime. I've never been to a police station. I've never been to jail.
And yet, Orlando Grieve found himself wanted for murder. His brother sent this photograph on May 28, 2025. The 26-year-old construction worker had been working with his father in Manchester.
I thought it was a prank at first, because I know of a page on the media way normally get people picture, post it up, and put music on it. Until a couple minutes after, I see everybody start send it to me and know me, and I say, wow, going from this one now right there. So I say, this look real, man. Something right about this. So I start dig up now and try to find out. I mean, I have a police friend that live. It's my neighbor. I live right up the road up there. So I called him and tell him to check.
Checks revealed he was wanted in Portmore, St. Catherine. He turned to a pastor and a football coach to accompany him. Thursday morning, about 9 o'clock, he, along with his father and the pastor, went to Mandeville Police Station.
I'm returning myself at Mandeville Police Station. I explained to them what was the issue. And them carry me on a CIB office run I back. After that, now, them talk to an inspector man and him say, them now have nothing to do with that for them station because it's for them parish. So him say, people hold on. And him make some calls and we did it about 10 minutes. We did it till about 10 minutes. And then he come back and say, him have placed me in a custody. Until Portmore come to me.
He detailed the journey with the police officers to Portmore.
May I pause it right here, sir? I want to listen carefully the details of how the police ride from Mandeville or Manchester, wherever I'm come from, to Portmore. Listen to what the police them, where him said the police them said to him in the car. And I want to know if you tell me in the comment section if you don't believe what I say, or if it's far-fetched, or if it doesn't sound like something that the Jamaican police would say. Listen to this.
He detailed the journey with the police officers to Portmore.
4 police officers came for me to transfer me from Mandeville to Portmore. When I was going up to Portmore, them start check me. I said, boy, you're a killer. You're a killer, you kill people. And think you're wanted, man, you shouldn't turn in yourself and make me come to you. Shouldn't turn in yourself and make me come to you.
The next day.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way. What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
4 police officers came for me to transfer me from Mandeville to Portmore. When I was going up to Portmore, them start check me. I said, boy, you're a killer. You're a killer, you kill people. And think you're wanted, man, you shouldn't turn in yourself and make me come to you. Shouldn't turn in yourself and make me come to you.
The next day.
So this is the mentality of many Jamaicans. You see them in the comment section on the post when the JFJ did their protests against the unaliving. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very dangerous mentality. This is a very dangerous road that we have been treading. We are not judge, jury, and executioners. Even when you wear a police uniform, there is a process of the judiciary. The person should be carried to prison and then in front of a judge. That is the process. And every effort should be made to do so. Right? Let's get to 200 likes now, people. Every effort should be made to do so. And this is the reason why Orlando Gray is not the person that they're looking for. It's mistaken identity. And if this young man was to be pounced upon by the police, thinking that he was the individual that they're looking for, it would be another innocent person unalived by the police. And you can't tell me, say, all of the people with them unalive, few of them in there wasn't mistaken identity already since the year start. Where is this intelligence coming from? Eh? Where it coming from? Terrible leadership. Understand? And it start from the top with Andrew Holness. Because him is the one who is championing this. Him and always strong. They need to come down. You understand? This could be your child. This could be your brother. This could be your uncle. This could be your father, your grandfather, your nephew. You understand? And we must stop wait until the thing reach our doorstep. What's up, Cheryl? Prince Diamond, big up. We must stop wait until the thing reach our doorstep for us to have public outrage about these things. Right? What we are going to do? Wait till it happen to our mother, wait till it happen to our father, and then we want to burn down the whole of Jamaica. I just don't want the thing to go. Because everybody I see, is not everybody is the same, May I tell you that right now, And everybody I go see them family member get innocently unalive by the police and just kick back and wait for this a wicked, evil judicial system we're headed by the DPP. We are moved like shell labor, right? If you can't prosecute nobody. Huh? Only thing so everybody I see him. Listen to me, man. The humblest man. You would be surprised how certain events can motivate the evilest person in a flip of a switch. Alright? Everybody have that look of something in them. We need to clean this up in Jamaica. And the people in Jamaica need to demand that these killings stop. The man need to wear them body worn cameras immediately. Because this young man's life could have been outed. You hear what the man said, the police said to him, why you giving yourself? Them don't want them to go to court. They want to execute them. They are police in the force that has this mentality. Because somebody is a criminal and them unalive somebody. Is an eye for your eye. Well, if we all juke out each other's eye, there'll be no eyes left. So imagine if the police was to unalive somebody's child wrongfully and the person them have the same mentality where him have and do everything in them power to go for them to make sure that they are no longer in the land of the living. How it a go? Are they right or are they wrong to do it? Because of the same mentality and the same action that the police then carry out, Because the police deem you as a person who is you're unalive innocent people. That means that you're for dead. So if police are unalive innocent people and the people and believe that they're for dead and them actually go out with that, carry out that action, what is going to happen? Do you guys understand why this is a dangerous mentality? And it needs to stop immediately. The people need to go in front of a judge and due process. No matter how much crime they do. Due process. Shorty, big up. Due process. And look at the picture with them use. He look like one criminal. He look like one bad man. Look at the picture with them use. You woulda go suburbs and start to profile him. Melissa, what's up, baby? You woulda profile you at the same time. Talk it true. Look at the picture on the screen. You would profile this young man right now and say to yourself, say, yo, that you look like one criminal for true, Look like him unalive enough people, Right? But mighty God art looks deceiving. I see him say, look on a girl and she look like a saint. And she turn out to be the devil, a old Jezebel. Lens her to you deal with. Right? And vice versa. 303 people. We must can get 200 likes, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Listen to this.
In May 29, 2025, the JCF posted this photograph on its Instagram page. About 4:30 p.m., Alando said he was interviewed, and based on the questions the police asked, he knew it was a case of mistaken identity. His parents retained attorney Nicole Ferguson, who visited the station Saturday afternoon.
What?
How much youth can afford an attorney? That are the next thing too. How much youth can afford an attorney? You remember the youth down in the ghetto there where they unalive and the family come out and say a mistaken identity? Do you guys see that it's a great possibility that that's the case? Here we have an example of that. So it's not every time when the people them come out on a bonfire in the ghetto, it means that them wrong. Because enough for because people them living in the ghetto, you feel like say, oh, them just a back crime. Jamaica, we need to change our mentality. It is a dangerous mindset that a lot of people will feel like say them is off certain kilt in society and feel like them better than people. Like for them life worth more than anybody else. And the things that are happening to the people in the ghetto can never happen to them. Huh? Watch, man. Me say one day. Them are going to get a rude awakening. Very, very soon. Believe you me. You can mark my words, man. Me tell you that. God is not sleeping. And a God me I look for your judgment. God not sleep. You better stop it. You better stop it. How much youth can afford a lawyer? Eh? How much youth? You can imagine any other youth get mistaken identity and now we just gone in our system and the wrong man gone to jail and the real killer there road. Can you imagine that? And then what you think them are going to do? Oh, we're sorry. Youth still can't get no lawyer, can't afford a lawyer for suicide system. In traumatizing, come out of jail if he live through it after the mistaken identity clear up. Him live through it and come on the road. You think say him a plan for soon now government will get millions of dollars? He just glad saying free. And him don't even know him rights, him don't even know him constitutional rights because education, them not teach them things in a school. That is another thing. That is another thing. We have been failed by the system of Jamaica once again. This is a failed state. Eh? And then the man have the audacity to come with them SOEs unconstitutional. And them still a back it, you know? The illegal acts against the people of Jamaica is piling up under this government. And they have stood behind every single illegal act that they have committed. It is a disgrace. Listen to the lawyer.
Attorney Nicole Ferguson, who visited the station Saturday afternoon.
What seems to have occurred is that certainly there is another Orlando Gray whom the police want for murder. I think what transpired is quite sad because the sequence of events demonstrate, in my view, that whoever put up the photo, no due diligence at all seems to have been done because my client has been living at his address all his life. The mother indicates to me, that's my client's mother, that she believes the picture that was posted is the picture that he has on his passport.
He promised to file a habeas corpus application if his client had not been released by Monday. On Monday, June 1, 2025, Orlando was taken to a room in the police station where he was interrogated in the presence of his attorney and subsequently released. But Orlando said he felt like a prisoner. His image was still posted.
I mean, I go nowhere, I can't go work, I can't go nowhere. I have to stay, I have to lock it, I'm afraid. Afraid me go road and police see me and say, oh, I escaped this, I'm going to escape from prison because they still up there. Them pictures still up there, say me in custody and shoot me or something. I'm afraid me can't go on the road.
Here are some of the comments under the post.
Man chose to see the judge and not his maker.
I'm just going to you know, me have to talk about the Jamaican people. Man choose to see the judge and not his maker. This person think it's something funny. This person think it's something funny, you know. Kiss me teeth. I know him that. I want to get the picture there. See? Me broken artist because he should be in the mark. This person is saying that them heart is broken because the young man should be in the mark. Jamaica, people want to look upon the mindset of these germs. This is a scumbag. We put this in our comment section. This is a piece of germs. He's broken-hearted because somebody wasn't unalived. Melissa, Cheryl, you don't see this? Rohan, you don't see this? I'm glad that TVJ put it up. Look at the mind. Me telling you, saying, no, just Andrew only listen. Look at the mindset of some of the people in Jamaica. Eh? The mindset, this person said them broken-hearted because the young man is not in the morgue. And I maintain that even if he was a killer, under the Constitution, we're standing by the Constitution, he has the right to life and due process. If we do what the killers do, we are no different from the killers. If we do what the killers do, we are no different from them. What does the Bible say? What does the Bible say about this? Does the Bible say you should go and exact the same unto the person that do you wrong? No. The Bible says vengeance is of the Lord, not of man. We are not the judge. You understand? We are not the judge. Judges in courtrooms are acting judges. If we know some of them antecedents in their life, may I take that word from Andre? Eh? If we should know some of them antecedents and some dark things that are doing in their life, some of them not even fit for be judge. But we have a system on earth where we have judges. Yes? And they are guided in such a way. But look at this misinformation that all this man's reputation. Him afraid to go out. Him afraid to go do him work. You can't see the youth traumatized. This is the second case. I see like this, you know. Who remember the other reporter that come out with this slim young man when they have to get lawyer to and guard the police station? He had to get a lawyer and go to the police station. Mighty God. Orlando, your card play look like you win the jackpot. So you see the picture where they put up with the card behind him. I mock this person and mock him, you know. Because them feel say I'm a killer, you know. Why me I tell you, man? See there? See there? You see the picture them put up? With the card and everything? Like man. Wow, man. This is crazy, bro.
From the JCF since Thursday, June 5, but we did not get a response. On Monday and Tuesday again, we sought an official response. Up to Tuesday, June 11, the force still had not responded. But of note, the photo was removed on Tuesday, sometime after 5 p.m. Raquel Porto, reporting for TVJ News.
So, the JCF no come out come apologize to the youth. Eh? If 4 police them a carry in a car and I label him as criminal and allegedly and say they want him for rate, they no come apologize to him. Eh? Law-abiding citizen hard working and work on construction. Me say, the system make no for the youth them turn criminal, you know. of the system do it, you know. Some of the same police them, you know, the government, you know, UNO, you know. Fail state. Fail the youth them. Label the man a criminal. I want them to sue the government and make millions off of them. It's so sorry, say he can't come out of 128 bank account. Because him tell them, say, me to judge or me to maker. Shoot to unalive. Oris Strong. Don't miss. Then can't come. I'm going to play the audio, because I'm not too ramping. I'm going to play the audio.
Service in women continues to claim.
I'm going to play the audio.
Either me the judge or me the maker. Our prisons and police lockups are fully populated. I do not train my police to lose. We have the superior training and firepower to ensure that we win every time. Wherever they go, we'll find them and we'll bring them in. One way or the other. Whether we bring them in, the couple that come behind us in the car, they want to come on a stretcher, is their business. I don't problem that. Right? But we'll find them and bring them in. Either me the judge or me the maker.
So you not have no problem with that, Oris Strong? The prison then full up. Now have enough space. So now admit say that's how I kill off you them. People, take sleep and mark that here. You remember me tell you take sleep and mark that. Another example. This is a rogue government, yes. Marie. Rogue government. You understand? Anyway, wanna make me know anything about that in the comment section. Alright? Now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we are gonna move on, you know. We are gonna move on to the substantive reason why I went live today. Head boy, front tight class, my general. I said something yesterday where, boy, may I tell you on Andre's show, may I tell you. Yeah, man. Head boy said something yesterday, last night, make me go do some digging. I started to dig, ladies, and Colin Wagwan. I started to dig, and I dig, and I dig, and I dig, and I'm going to show you what I find. You understand? So make we your head boy have to say.
You're over your time. Yeah? But this is what you call set a rat trap. Yeah? Because I remember I had a discussion with you one day on Midday Connection. I spoke about this company called West Indies Petroleum.
Right.
Yeah? And you know why Holness can't go home? Why Darrell Bass can't go home?
Yeah.
Because we must look who is the chairman of the Factories Corporation.
Connie Shirley.
What is his relationship to a principal director of West Indies Petroleum?
You tell me.
Is his brother.
So, Connie Shirley, West Indies, is the chairman of the SCJ. I did not know that. Who is Connie Shirley? Furthermore, West Indies Petroleum. Who is Connie Shirley's brother? I looked up these things. But let's continue. Let him finish.
Yeah, and they have bought a petroleum processing, a refinery.
Yes.
Down in the Virgin Islands, which is one of the largest refineries in the Caribbean. Larger than Petrochin in Trinidad and larger than Petrodam.
Now, I want you guys to remember that. Remember that refinery that he's talking about.
Processing, a refinery.
Yeah.
Down in the Virgin Islands, which is one of the largest refineries in the Caribbean. Larger than Petrochin in Trinidad and larger than Petrodam. Yeah?
Yes.
So why are these guys buying a refinery if they don't intend to do business in the Caribbean? Because where they go and buy the oil from them? Can't go Venezuela. Trinidad not really sell much oil. Yeah? So they buy this refinery in expectation that the oil will become available in Jamaica. So we know for a fact that this United Oil and Gas, they have gone even to the, how it is that Darrell was saying, don't know them, but yet though the Foreign Affairs Ministry is busy organizing a meeting at the British High Commission for investors to come and discuss about the potential oil find that they have in Jamaica. Wow. So somebody's lying. And there's no way the Foreign Affairs Ministry going to have a discussion on oil if they know there's no oil in Jamaica. Yeah? So somebody's lying. But all the best, teacher, I know you're tired, so get some rest, my friend.
So, like I said, everything that Edward just said, I took that very seriously. And I went to look up who these people are. And I came up with this. Ladies and gentlemen. First name on the ballot. Tani or Tommy Shirley. That is the man. 50 years of service, Jamaica private and public sector. Liliton is regarded as a visionary business leader in 2024. He was recognized for outstanding service to public and private sector with honor of Order Jamaica in 2017. He was awarded the Order of Distinction Commander Class. He serves as chairman of the Kingston Free Zone and director of the Port Authority of Jamaica. Linton has been chairman of the FCJ since 2016, leading the Public Relations and Marketing Committee and serving on the Corporation Governance, Finance, Human Resource and Administration, and IT committees. All right? West Indies Oil and Gas. But before we go there, this man right here is, I believe, Gordon Shirley, which is this man's brother, allegedly. Them calling Liton Tani Shirley. All right? Tani Shirley. Now, what is the role of the FCJ? Where did I put that? What is the role of the FCJ? Did I put that? Did I write that down? No, I guess not. But it's allegedly this is his brother, right? So what I want to do is I want to play on their own website what West Indies Petroleum is, because hold on, them people. I have to do this the right way, you know. This part, yes. The FCJ is the Factories Corporation of Jamaica. Let me carry it over here, so. The FCJ is the Factories Corporation of Jamaica. All right? And is one of the drivers of government. Is one of the drivers of the government's Jamaica's economic growth and job creation agenda. We provide real estate solutions for a variety of industries such as manufacturing, agro-processing, warehousing, and distribution, and the global services sector, business process outsourcing. FCJ is one of the largest providers of real estate in Jamaica, with over 100 facilities island-wide, strategically situated, whether near the island's port or commercial districts. We provide standalone buildings. That's too far. We provide standalone buildings as well as spaces in industrial estate. Today, FCJ manages over 1.6 million square feet of industrial space for small, medium, and large enterprise facilities. Employment for approximately 5,868 individuals in a wide cross-section of industries. FCJ stands firm by our mission to safety, customer needs, and enhanced national development by providing quality industrial and commercial spaces at competitive rates, with the prospects that the global service sector, in particular business process outsourcing, now holds the organization in the organization is embarking in another phase of expansion to cater to the industry. FCJ now developing projects which will be suitable for a special economic zone (ZEZ) status, therefore expanding value-added activities for transnational manufacturing and distribution companies. Transnational. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I said to Google, is West Indies Petroleum a distribution company? Yes. West Indies Petroleum Limited is a major fuel distribution company in the Caribbean. Well, let's go to their website. Let's play this. I'm just looking at the evidence. Why is that doing that? Okay.
Fuel is the most important thing. It makes you able to go from one place to another. It's what drives every single industry. It's the backbone and cornerstone of literally everything that we as human beings do on this earth today. There's one thing about fuel that's probably above everything else. It's consistent. Once there's commerce and there's movement.
Gordon Shirley. This is Gordon Shirley, ladies and gentlemen. Gordon Shirley, Tanny Shirley. They kind of look like bread for true. I don't know. But them kind of look like bread for true. Yeah, them kind of look like bread for true. Let's continue.
Then it becomes a fight of everybody's life. I don't see commerce and movement coming to an end.
Oh, you know what?
So
You know what I want to do? I want to put this over here. I want to work with me, people. Work with me. Work with me, people. Work with me now. All right. Yes. There we go. Let's keep Mr. Shirley right there. And yeah. Let's play this.
I think that fuel is here to stay for a very, very long time.
Beautiful.
With Fuels Jamaica behind the scenes, on a day-to-day basis, everybody uses fuel. You might see a truck passing you at the stoplight. You assumption, all right, it's going to a gas station. That's not necessarily the case. We meet the demands of various persons in Jamaica. We have the commercial sectors, or the industrial sectors. We have banks. We have people who own car rental places. We have persons who own trucks. Even the fisherman who needs to go and provide for his family, the taxi man you see on the road, all of them are being fueled by West Indies Petroleum.
We're different than other players in the market as we control our own destiny. We source a product, we store it, and we supply. We are not constrained by supply challenges as others are in the market.
WIP is a multi-dimensional company. We're in the Caribbean, we're in an island, we don't have oil coming out of the ground or refineries in these places. Us having access to this terminal gives us a tremendous logistical advantage, which allows us to bring more cost-effective fuel into people's vehicles and into their generators and into their lives generally.
We are the largest non-government storage facility in Jamaica, and we say that with pride. We're situated right almost in central Jamaica. We can go on the highway, go north, south, east, west. We're situated in a very good position. We're probably the only terminal in Jamaica that operates how we operate. We operate 6 days out of the week to supply the local market. We actually start loading trucks at 3 a.m. on the dot every morning. We have a team here preparing from midnight to 1 a.m., dedicated workers from the terminal who see the same vision as the company to meet the needs of the customers.
West Indies Petroleum wasn't actually the start of the journey. I've been involved in fuel for maybe the better part of 30 years in Jamaica. I started a small wholesale distribution company. At that time, all our fuel was being purchased from our local refinery. West Indies Petroleum was kind of like we passed the baton on at a point when Gas Investments, which is the name of the former company, became large enough and expansive enough that we thought to enter in another segment of the fuel industry through West Indies Petroleum. When we came into the marine industry, there was really just one supplier here. We came into the space recognizing that most of the ships that came to Jamaica don't actually take fuel here. We sort of upset the apple cart a little bit and went after vessels and companies that we knew had huge potential. If we could find a way to bring the fuel here economically. And ultimately, this is why we acquired this terminal. We put in place the equipment like small vessels to deliver the fuel to them. And we created an industry that didn't really exist before. We really made the bunkering space a much bigger space in Jamaica, especially to the cruise lines who were very hungry to find new destinations in the Caribbean where they could take fuel.
Means evolving. WIP is basically trying to look into the future. We have to look further down the road, look at what the customer needs and Jamaica needs on a whole. As Jamaica develops and grows, we need to grow with them. We see their needs as our needs.
Fueling the future expresses where we think we are and where we're going to be. Obviously, the fuel of today is on the minds of everybody in terms of carbon intensity and in terms of global warming. We're here today playing a very important role providing the fuel that drives everybody's lives, but we think about the future and understand that as that changes, that we'll be there to provide whatever that fuel might be.
So let's see what I go on. People, wanna get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. Show some appreciation for the work, man. Get the likes up. So this are West Indies. This are West Indies petroleum, right? WIP. And Gordon Shirley is allegedly, according to Head Boy, is allegedly the chairman of the SCG's brother, Tony Shirley. I'm not suggesting nothing. I'm just saying FCJs has to deal with these types of companies, isn't it? So only can deduce, only want to deduce from that. Now, we're going to move on to some more evidence that I found interesting. Yes? We can pause this. I'll move on to some more evidence that I found very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Oh, no. That one can be left alone. That one can be left alone. That one can be left alone. This is the page. Yeah. Gordon Shirley. Yes. This is their page. All right. Chairman. So he's a chairman of WIP. Just for evidence, you know. Looked it up. All right. Do you guys remember this? The Morant Bay situation? You remember what Andre said about that area and potential oil, go watch this back. I'm not even gonna play it. Go watch that back. Alright? Go watch that. I don't want to be thrown off too much. Go watch that back. No. This is a part of it that is interesting. Where's the article? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. What? So, Uno 2? Oh, no. Bro, don't play with me. I found the article. I found an article, right? That on the Daily. That spoke about Whip owning, denying owning. So them just do me like that. Oh God. West Indies Petroleum owning refining company. Allegation. The Daily. Let's see if it comes up. See it here. Come on, what, yo. Yo, nobody go on like so, no want to style me in a bridge. I don't want to hear nothing about no monthly fee, bro. I read the article. Oh, man. Why do we can't find it somewhere else? Jesus. Sign up. Man, I ain't got no time for that. I wished I screen recorded this. I really do. I wish I screen recorded. This is ridiculous. It's actually crazy. Oh, Lord. Now it's not even going back to Google. West Indies, right. We must find another article. Stunning events, Jamaican base has... so the Observer, yes, okay. This was, okay, wonderful. The Observer has it. The Observer has it. Nice. Now, the argument that Headboy made is that they own this refining company, right? And that argument he's making... Where's Lorraine? Lorraine, nobody throw me off in a Lord God. Where's say? Alright, anyway. So this large refining company, obviously a refinery is used to get the different levels of to maximize what they can get from the raw oil find, right? So his argument is that if the potential was not real for oil to be found in Jamaica, why would West Indies Petroleum Limited be buying an oil refinery, such a large one in the Virgin Islands? Now, according to I'm not saying that they didn't, I'm saying that's the argument that Headboy made. Now, according to this, ladies and gentlemen, in a stunning turn of events, the Jamaican-based West Indies Petroleum Limited has denied ownership of the Lime Tree Bay Refinery in St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands Consortium published in a June 22 article that WIP denied its interest in the refinery. Big up all of the new subs, them. Big up, big up, big up. What you say? Sylvia lost her life for that piece of family land. The oil is in the Cobate LAD area. Lord of mercy. Whoa, Father God help we. This is too much. Anyway, not my word, people. I'm just reading the comments. It says here that the Virgin Islands Consortium, June 22 article, denied in the interest of the refinery, which was purchased for US 62 million in late January. WIP Incorporated in 2012 started the ship bunkering business in the Caribbean and Latin America region, but has since expanded into final petroleum products, and it's targeting regional expansion. What is more regional expansion than oil being found in Jamaica? While a Jamaican company is here. So I see, they denied that they bought the company, right? But it would make sense if they did. If the oil prospects in Jamaica is that serious, it would make sense if they did. West Indies Petroleum Limited wishes to clarify that, contrary to media reports, it is not the stakeholder in the Limetree Bay Refinery in St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and was not the entity which purchased the refinery, although an initial participant in the early bidding process. Due to the legal factors, WIPL elected not to further pursue the initiative. What that is saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that they were early bidders, but due to some type of legal issue, they elected to not pursue it. That's what they said. All right? I'm just, Sea Fisher big up. That's what they said. Grace Lewis big up. Right? It says further, those factors also constrained WIPL from commenting sooner about the inaccurate report in the media. In response, WIP provided to the consortium and the other media entities in June. When the Caribbean Business Report reached out to Senior Vice President of WIP, Danville Walker, that name is very, very popular, isn't it? Danville Walker, for comment on the matter, he said he could not comment at the time and would respond once certain events have passed first. WIP listed 5.6 billion or US 36.3 million in preference shares on the Jamaica stock market, private market, on December 31st. A Virgin Islands Daily News article had WIP response stating that the sale of the Limetree Refinery was successful. Closed earlier this year by Port Hamilton Refining and Transportation, which is a consortium of the United States and Caribbean-based investors. The United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, right, EPA, in a notification on its website stated that WIP and Port Hamilton were the joint winners of the refinery in an auction held in bankruptcy court in December 21st. Mighty God, we need a divine intervention. We tired of the people them. John Wagwan, let me read that again. A Virgin Islands news article had WIP response stating the sale of the Limetree Bay Refinery was successfully closed earlier this year by Port Hamilton Refining and Transportation, which is a consortium of the United States and Caribbean-based investors. The United States EPA, in a notification on the United States Environmental Protection Agency, upon its website, stated that WIP and Port Hamilton were the joint winners of the refinery in an auction held in bankruptcy court in December 2021. In a letter sent to WIP and Port Hamilton on March 2nd, EPA summarized a number of requirements that had to be met before starting the refinery in a subsequent letter sent on March 22nd. EPA stated that based on strong indicators, the refinery would need to be obtained to prevention of significant deterioration permit prior to the potential startup of the refinery operations. So we'll on there. Why is EPA sending WIP? Get us to 300 likes, guys. Why is EPA sending WIPL a letter, right, about how to restart the refinery. Details. Why are they sending them a letter? I'm just asking, you know. Is the EPA, the United States Environmental Protection Agency, are they so misinformed, ladies and gentlemen, that they got this so wrong? Because according to them, you know, EPA is a joint, you know, owner of the refinery, you know. To the point where they send them a letter March 2nd and March 22nd. I want to make it very, very clear. I am not saying that WIPL, right, has any ownership to the refinery. I'm asking the question based off the article. Why is EPA, United States Environmental Protection Agency, is so misinformed? Remember, they are supposed to protect the environment, you know. Where did they get the information to send a letter to WIPL? Something just ain't right. Something ain't right, baby. This don't look good. It don't smell good. It don't sound good. Something just ain't right. And this was from 2021. 2021, ladies and gentlemen. It goes on to say that the refinery had its operation paused in June 2021 after EPA said that multiple air emissions incidents due to imminent and substantial endangerment to public health or welfare of environment posed by refineries continued operation. Limetree Bay Refine LLC filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the United States after its operations were paused. WIP's bid surpassed St. Crux Energies, which had bid US 57 million, consisting of US 30 million cash up front. Wow, the refinery. So they might talk about the bid where WIPL put out, you know. So they had interest. The refinery has a capacity of 646,000 barrels per day. Now that's a big ass refinery. 7 billion barrels of oil. 646,000 barrels per day. Interesting. Let's move on. Former WIP director Courtney Wilkinson and John Levy are set to return to Kingston and St. Andrew Parish later this month on charges relating to what? Cybercrime? No, wait a minute. What the hell is going on? What is this? What is this? What is this? I didn't even get to read this article. What is going on here, man? Did they say the former WIP director, the former director of West Indies Petroleum, Courtney Wilkinson and John Levy, are set to return to Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court later this month on charges relating to Cybercrimes Act? Both men are still shareholders in WIP despite being removed as directors.
Come on, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so? What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Mighty God. People, I kid you not, I did not read this article until a while ago. I did not read this article. Remember, I know, the original article that I wanted to show It did not come up. See it there? God always working in mysterious ways. I could not get this article in the Daily News for the Virgin Islands to come up about the situation. And I found a Jamaican newspaper. Uno listen to this. Uno listen to this. Mighty God of Daniel, take the wheel. Now me have to go look up them two brother. Courtney Wilkins and John Levy. What is their position? Where them there right now with things? Me go look. Make me go look. Google. Make me go look and see what going on with them brother. Cause this not safe. This not safe none at all. And I want you guys to look at this now because see, this is 2022. US 200 million cash hunt on for St. Crux Refinery. The same refinery, ladies and gentlemen. The refinery is in high demand, I wonder why. I wonder why this refinery is in such high demand. I one of the biggest refinery in the Caribbean. I wonder why it's in such high demand. Very interesting. This was a video to show how oil is refined and why it's refined. Is to get different products from the oil. But let's go to Google. Cause this is a on-the-spot research right now, about these two gentlemen. I want to know if them still involved in a WIP. Yes, I think that's a fair question. And what were the result of their charges of cybercrime? What was the results? Is it done? Is it still in court? Let's see. Come on, open up, man. Open up. Open up, open up. That take long for open me, man. So this is which date? What is this? I'm gonna go back to the article. This is 2021. When was this article? Dates are very... Oh, this is 2022. All right. When is this article? Okay, 2022. So this is July and this is July. West Indies Petroleum is seeking preservation orders pending the determination of this appeal. The appeal arises out of its unsuccessful application for similar orders before the judge of the Commercial Division of the Supreme Court. Its notice of application. So Courtney Wilkinson and John Levy, respondents. Okay. Pending an appeal to maintain and preserve data information. Oh. Interesting. Escalation and modification of access, unauthorized access, escalation and modification of access all electronic data in any format, emails, stuff employees involved in correspondence. Yeah, this one is bigger than my pay grade, guys. This one is bigger than my pay grade. I ain't lying. Oh, here we go. So it says here, 2 Kingston businessmen have been arrested and charged with breaches of Cybercrimes Act following an interview present with lawyers, unauthorized access to computer program data, conspiracy to gain unauthorized access, conspiracy to access with intent to commit or facilitate the commission of offense, conspiracy to unauthorized modification of computer program data. It is alleged that businessmen who were at the time company directors gained unauthorized access to the emails of the company's CEO and 3 other senior WIP staff members. It is alleged that the men were assisted by 36-year-old IT specialist Winston Henry, who was charged for similar offenses. They are all granted bail on a sum of $400,000. No, man, this serious. This appears to be that those gentlemen, it appears that those gentlemen did WIP something wrong. You know. So yeah, that's interesting. But what is the result of this case is what I want to know. What is the result? Is it the case of or the case against? I want to know the status. What is the status of the case against Complex involving multiple legal proceedings and outcomes? Here's a breakdown. Wilkins and Levy was formerly freed from cybercrime charges. The Jamaica Gleaner were originally charged for breaches of Cybercrime Act. Winston Henry and the IT specialist were also charged in the same case. Charges stem from alleged blah blah blah. Claims against Wilkins and Levy along with other defendants was stayed pending in the outcome of litigation in St. Lucia. West Indies Petroleum Limited filed a claim against Wilkins and Levy along with others. Oh, so it's like I said, they were okay. All right, we can move along. We can move along, people. We can move along. This is another article that had to deal with the whole situation with the refinery. You know. But I think it's very interesting. I think it's something that other people that can do better research can go and do some digging for themselves. I'm not the best researcher. All right. So we have to keep an eye on the refinery, the Virgin Islands refinery. Wagwan win some. Splash the Jimmy CNI place. Big up yourself. Zine Lorraine. Whereas the Bolo all know a pure general ship I go around this isle that them hiding from us. I want to big up Mr. Lonesome say the isle not find it. You see me? I don't know. But you know, I believe that half does not one, half does not the other. You know, if it completely go so, but it can near go so. You know them way there? because there was a young lady that called. Oh, and well, let me know what you think about the research I'm find upon Tanny Shirley and FCJ and the West Indies Petroleum Limited. When you can do your own research. I believe it's something that we really need to look into. Because oil possibly being in Jamaica, who is going to benefit? You know, will they do it in such a way where we the people benefit? You know, do they want to secure? Do they want me to? Do they want to secure monies for people outside Jamaica and not Jamaicans? Will we benefit substantially from a possible oil fine? I mean, the way how things are going right now, our children and our people are being kicked off the beaches and the coastlines and the rivers and the attractions where they make money. You know. So will it be only people in the know, the quote-unquote 12 families, the connected, that could benefit from a possible oil fine? And Andre said something very significant. If they use the satellites and they are looking at these potential seeps and areas that it has good potential based off the satellite findings, to the point where they are advertising for people to invest in this venture, then we can also speculate that if they was to strike black gold, how would regular Jamaicans benefit? And I'll go even further. Is there a push, education-wise, to train young men and women in a possible area of growth where oil is concerned? Like Jamaican people working in those drill areas, Jamaican qualified, trained Jamaicans. Is there any preparation for that from the government? Or are they going to just, oil and gas is responsible for that and they're going to pay their own people, and we are not going to earn from the drilling? Isn't a situation like that supposed to provide, like, I don't know, 100,000 jobs? And I'm talking about job be paying good money, where after 5 years, just based off you working at those drill points, you're supposed to be like multiple millionaire. Nora, how you doing? Yeah. So I don't know, man. These are just some questions off the top of my head, the way I be looking at this. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about that. Now, remember to follow me on all platforms, ladies and gentlemen. The phone lines are open. The phone lines, Ryan Campbell, what up, my brother? Salute to you, King. I see you on both platforms. The phone lines are now open. For my people on Bolo Bvrclips, I want to thank you for being here. I want you to come over to Bolo VNR 2.0. The phone lines are now open. I want to hear from you guys about this oil thing. I also want to hear from you guys about, you know, what do you think about the situation with the mistaken identity of the police having a wanted man picture up when it is alleged that he's not the man that they're looking for, based off the question that they ask him and the fact that he has lived where he has lived all his life? I really want to hear from you guys. So the people over by Bolo Bvrclips, I want to thank you so much for being here. Peace and blessings. I'm a people over Bolo VNR 2.0.